Hello guys! Welcome to another Flamish experience with none other than me, Flamish. And today we got returning guests and of course my main panel members. So first of all, Dragon TV 108, Dragons TV or Lemon.
Facts.
How you doing?
What's good, people? What's good? Life is good, baby. Ready to get this topics on. I know we're a little late, but we still gonna entertain y'all. That's what we're gonna do.
Topic. How many times do I have to say there's no topics? Okay, there's one topic, but I guess we all can.
There's always a topic, not pre-rendered topics, not
right.
you know.
Yeah.
We always talk about something. We always talk about something.
Right.
We always talk about the candy bowl. The candy bowl's the topic, dude. The candy bowl's the topic.
My candy bowl is over there, like in the corner. I can't touch it sometimes. So, but I need to lay off a little bit more of the candy. So, but no, like we know, no pre-run topics, like Lemon is saying. No, happy to have you, man.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure for the and I'm sorry I couldn't make it last time. Just so much I was doing, but I'm here today. We're gonna get it done.
Well, last time we had a good show. Who was on the show?
No, I was supposed to be on last week, and I ain't show up, man. It was my girl surprised me and took me away for my birthday, so couldn't make it.
Yeah, I do want to say last time was really fun to talk to. I forgot the name already. That's such a shame.
Disrespectful.
That's praxis.
So while Paul is adjusting his camera, of course.
Yep.
And his
mic. I'm getting that's my beer supply for Wednesday behind me. I got.
Yeah, what's that behind you?
That is actually the White House with the green fountain for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yo, Flamish, you drinking while we live?
Yeah, of course.
What's that?
Oh.
I will tell you in a minute, but first let me explain the other guests, of course. So Paul!
I'm not a guest, I'm a panel member.
Yeah,
even though you never tag
of course.
Even though you never tag me in the post. But wow. Yeah, I know. See how he is?
That's all right. It's all right. He does it to me also. He never tags me when he releases it either.
Have to tag myself and go, I'm here too.
Run a little bit, but how you doing, man? Welcome back.
I'm doing okay. I'm, last couple of days been a little rough, but mostly just because, first world problems. My streaming technology has decided it doesn't want to work anymore, so I'll be streaming from my PC for a while. But that's okay. I got plenty to do on the PC too, so.
Okay.
But I am happy. I finally got my TV put up on my wall, so now I can look up and see my TV from my streaming setup, which is always a good thing. A little bit of 4K high def action going on up there. Yeah. Like I said, first world problems as I play all those games.
Is it one that can angle as well? Like you can pull forward and.
Oh no, not that. This small room. Yeah. It's barely bigger than a closet, but it works for me. So.
Oh man. Oh man.
So and then for Wednesday, by the time I do midweek gaming on Wednesday, I plan on being already like 4 or 5 Guinnesses in. So Wednesday should be a lot of fun.
Well, you're a strong guy because Guinness is strong as hell.
Yeah.
I can't drink that.
Okay, we got another guest coming in a few minutes. And Anime Devil, how are you doing?
I am really good. It's Sunday. I'm on the Flamish experience. What could be bad? I'm all good, sir. I'm really good today.
What could be bad?
I'm feeling a little bit feisty as well, so I don't know why.
Feisty. Ooh.
What do you mean? Oh,
why are you being feisty?
I don't know. It's just one of those. It's just the mood I'm in. I'm raring to go. Just one of those moods. Okay. So yeah, if I talk too much, just tell me to shut up.
So first
we're
of all,
not doing that. Let him have that venom.
My background, because I want to show you guys something. So you were asking, what is this? This is what they call Belgian beer. So Belgian beer with cherries, actually. It's not just normal beer.
It's a fruity beer.
It's
okay.
a fruity beer.
I'm not going to elaborate on that. I'm just going to let y'all live. I'm going to leave it right
there. Some people
there.
don't even call it beer. That's the funny thing.
I'm going to leave that right there.
But I
Okay.
don't know if I can actually drink it on stream, because I know that one person is actually, his stream was pulled down because he was drinking beer. But because I'm so unknown to YouTube space, I don't think it can really matter that much. But
Well, Gaming Beyond the Box doesn't have that issue.
yeah, they had that issue. I know.
Just turn the camera off for a second. Take a swig.
Yeah.
Turn it
Actually,
back
good
on.
idea.
Every
Yeah.
time the camera blanks off,
Did-
he's taking a drink.
Did you all see my camera go off?
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Well, I have my own personal cup with my logo.
Oh, nice.
So
That,
this is
that's an idea.
electrifying. juice. This is
Anything
grown
could be in
people
there that
juice.
needs to be in there. That's what that is.
That's
Yeah.
an idea.
That's a fact. And whenever I get up, it's called for a refill. Facts.
Yeah, also Masuko, I'm back from the dead, Dragonheart. Welcome all to the Flamish EXP, of course, as viewers. And yeah, if you got a question, always type in the chat, and we'll
Facts.
answer it, of course.
Yeah.
And we got the first thing from Masuko is already saying Paul's upgrade from MC to DC.
Yeah, from McDonald's to DC. Well done, Paul. That's a good upgrade there. That's a good upgrade,
Yeah.
brother. That's a good upgrade.
McDonald's is for Wednesdays, man. You know, that's.
Okay, so guys, this is one topic, of course. I don't know how this is going to end, but we all know that the Bethesda thing was, of course, this week, and I do want to talk a little bit about it because what is exciting week actually, right? Seeing all the stuff that they announced and that they talked about. So spill the beers. What do you think, Lemon?
Let me tell you, man. As I was doing on Twitter, if y'all follow me, I've been a Bethesda fan. I love all their games. I love Doom, Prey, Wolfenstein. This Bethesda deal, like I said yesterday, man, it's a situation. Okay, yes, it's great for Xbox gamers. It's great for the studios, but there's two situations that nobody really talks about. The crossovers, like you might get a Gears with Doom. That would be crazy. Those characters. You could just the collaborations, adding them to Killer Instinct, certain characters, and what this deal meant for me more than just saying, "Oh, Xbox is gonna win because," or Xbox got all of this stuff. It also, for people that's a multi-console gamer, it applies a lot of pressure on Sony to step their game up. I don't think they can no longer get away with releasing first-party AAA games no more every 3-4 years. You know, like God of War. How many years we had PS4 now? 6?
7.
I think so, yeah.
No, wait, 2013? Oh, we on 7?
Yeah.
Going on 8.
Seven, almost
Eight,
almost, yeah.
great actually.
Oh, right.
Almost. Eh?
And we can't even get a sequel within the generation. I don't think they're gonna be able to go that long of a time without a big exclusive. Because even though Ratchet and Clank is coming out in June, which I'm a Ratchet and Clank fan, that's not one of their big titles. That's not a title that people run out there and spend 20 million copies on, or you know what I'm saying? Or I think they're gonna have to step it up. They're gonna have to find a way to combat Game Pass, because with all these games going to Game Pass, it's like, okay, PSN now, and then what?
Yeah.
You're still streaming games at 720p. You know, they added in first-party games being able to be downloaded because you're actually downloading the PS4 version, which is okay. I'm good with that. But the value is not there. Like, we got 20 games dropped in there from the Bethesda. Well, not even, let's say the ZeniMax deal, because it's more than just Bethesda.
And it's not just that 20 games. Other games have dropped in the last day or two besides those 20.
NBA 2K, Madden. You know, this is crazy. So it's like, what is going to be Sony's response? Is my thing. Like, you know, I have a PS5. I would like those type of services because technically I would save money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still spending now $70 on games. I don't even want to talk about me spending $70 on Godfall, that $20 game. Very beautiful, very shallow. But it's like, what is Sony going to do to combat that, to make it consumer friendly? Because Microsoft has got their foot on 1,000. You know, they're moving ahead, and now with these rumors of Ubisoft, it's like, okay, Sony, ball in your court. How you gonna handle this pressure? You either gonna fold, or you're just gonna continue to do what you've been doing, which is not gonna be satisfactory when more people start to notice the value of Game Pass. As I also said yesterday, Game Pass is not just Game Pass. People talk about xCloud. xCloud is a bonus feature. That's not what Game Pass is about. That's for you to take your games on the go. But the biggest thing I always say to people, and I've heard 100,000 different podcasts, read articles, no one talks about console streaming anywhere.
Right.
Not in your house, not at your neighbor. You could be anywhere. And if a game is not in xCloud and you have the Game Pass service, you don't have to do xCloud. You could do console streaming, which I think is bigger than xCloud. Because xCloud is like, we got Madden, 2K, Fallout, Halo, whatever's in there.
Right.
You know, whatever. But if you buy a game on console, any game, you can stream it anywhere, and you don't have to be in xCloud because you got console streaming, which still runs through their cloud service, but nobody ever talks about the value of that. I bought like Battletoads. It wasn't in there. Everybody had to play the xCloud games. But when I was in console streaming beta, anything on my system I could play.
Nice.
Anything.
Yep.
And nobody talks about that. So I think it brings the value to the market and applies the pressure to Sony to say, listen, this is what they're doing. We can't go with the generic. We're going to charge $70. Your $70 is not going to add up to Game Pass every month.
Nope.
18 plus million people. So I think it's going to, competition is great right now. And Microsoft has really taken the gaming business in a direction that's going to make everybody either do a Stadia, you're going to fold your hand, you're going to get up from that poker table, or you're going to step up and give people better services or equal services. You don't have to be better. Just make the service that you got available for your platform better. Nintendo ain't going to do nothing.
Nope.
Yep,
Nintendo's got a whole different audience. Nintendo's on their own. They've got their whole different thing going.
I'm just thinking.
And the other part of that is the Microsoft ecosystem is bigger than Xbox. It's, you know, it's
Yes.
PC, which Sony is now dabbling in, going, oh shit, we need to get. But unless they have a service like that works like Game Pass Ultimate, okay, they have stuff on PC, but I can play it. I just put Medium on my PC because I want to stream it. Right now, I can't stream it from my Xbox, so I have access to my save from my Xbox to my PC, and I can play it on either.
Right over. Right.
Yep.
Right.
And right now, Sony doesn't have that ability. So right there, they're a step behind. And then you get into the whole xCloud thing and all that, and the mobile gaming aspect. That's what's going to get probably the Southeast Asian market.
And I'm gonna tell you something that's important about this streaming service with xCloud and the gaming streaming service, which we still have to constantly remind people about the console streaming. But you know, they have entered the market of the Switch, the DSIs, the 3DSs, because now, no matter what, Nintendo owns the handheld market.
Right.
But if you could take your cell phone, a clip and a controller, have console graphics on your cell phone, that's way better than the Switch.
Yeah.
And they did not make a handheld. They're using your current hardware and a sign-in and a fee. And they're giving you console graphics on your cell phone.
They're letting you use resources you already have.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that means you don't spend no extra money.
Actually, I got this thing right here.
I was going to chime in and say that, you know, I can sit at work and go for a break and log into on my mobile and play whatever I want. You don't even need a controller right now. You can. There's so many touch games that you can play. I can sit at work and I can just all of a sudden go, do you know what? I fancy a game of whatever.
Right.
For 20, 30 minutes. I can sit and just sit and play on my phone. I don't need a controller. No one knows what I'm doing. It's brilliant.
Right.
And
But I'm gonna say this.
I was gonna chime in with, but you beat me to it.
I went away. I told you I just went away for my B-Day this week.
Yeah.
I will never use touchscreen controls again. I tried to play Killer Instinct in my hotel room.
Oh no!
Ooh,
I forgot my clip in my controller. My hands is huge. That's like me. I got a Switch. I will never pull off those Joy-Cons. They just there for colors. I will never use it.
I'm right there with you, man.
Got a Pro controller. No way. I will. Yo, listen. If your hands are small enough and you can do a fireball, I'm happy for you. But see, I'm 6'5" and I played basketball in my life, and these hands can palm basketballs. No. Can't do it. But you're 100% right. You didn't even need a controller. And I did play Lucky Tales. That was more better for me than Killer Instinct. But Lucky Tales worked. With that no fireballs, no Ardukins, nothing.
Can I just give a massive welcome to the stream Back from the Dead?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Where is this?
It's absolutely.
How are you doing?
You know what? It's an absolute pleasure to see you in person. I mean,
I think this is the first time I've seen him. Yeah,
I've never seen you before. We've played together quite often. We've talked together in streams and
a lot
stuff.
of community game nights.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it's great to see you, brother.
Yeah, great to be here. Yeah, as far as like the touchscreen controls on video games, I've actually played both Donut County and Minecraft Dungeons and Super Lucky's Tale. All of those were great, but I couldn't imagine trying to play, like, say, Gears 5 on touchscreen controls. No.
Or any fighting game.
Yeah, any fighting game.
Yeah, the controls are simple enough. Even, what is that, Hot Shot Racing was a little bit tricky how they designed the touchscreen controls.
That's just
awesome.
the thing. The thing is, though, that's such a fast-paced game that you're going to struggle. Your mobile is going to, or your cell phone is going to struggle with the input on something that fast.
Well, it's interesting how they did it. I thought it would be pressure sensitive in how you press down the gas pedal. It's more like a slider, how you slide it up and down.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, for myself, I don't do streaming on my phone. I mean, I have a big ass TV and a nice console. Why do I need my phone, right?
No, but it's for on the go, Flamish.
What about?
Yeah,
I mean,
can't do it on the go.
I don't stream in my house.
or
I got a brand new 8K TV. I'm not streaming in my house, but
if you're at E3 or PAX West,
right.
Yeah, but then,
Right.
I can't really do that with my phone. Let's say that my post.
Oh, you trying to tell us like
phone?
you got?
What do you have, a flip phone? What?
It's an outdated phone. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to see what he got.
Here's the thing.
I tried.
Here's the thing. If my family go out in the car anywhere, I use my phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, and my youngest child uses his 10.5-inch Galaxy tablet to connect to my phone, and he can play any of his games on the Xbox by using my internet. And that is a lot bigger than a mobile phone. It's the Galaxy Tab Air.
Yeah.
It's 10.1, I think, screen.
Yeah, 10.1.
And
that or the 7.
That's a hell of a lot of difference. And even if you have a contract with the Galaxy, you can connect to Wi-Fi itself anyway. So it really has been
Hotspot.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go anywhere. He can take it to my parents' house if he wants to, and he can sit there while we talk about all people's things, and he can play on his Galaxy tablet because that's what, and he's happy with it. So the little 9-year-old is fine going, I can play whatever I want. We don't have to take an Xbox with us.
And you're happy with it too
available.
because he's entertained.
Facts.
Yeah, he's not trying to kill his brother with it. That's
right.
And that's a bonus.
Right.
Okay.
I will definitely be taking my controller and clip next time because, like I said, I don't travel. Nobody travels all the time, but I literally forgot. I was like, you know what? Let me play a little of this, connect to the hotel's Wi-Fi. But the hotel's Wi-Fi was worse than my 5G phone. So
I was gonna say hotel Wi-Fi can be pretty bad.
It was horrendous. But as soon as I said, you know what? Let me just go into it. And like I said, I tried to Killer Instinct. Never again. Not touchscreens, but the Super Lucky Tails work. Anything like my guy said, he said the Minecraft dungeons, those things are simple to control. But the harder controls, you definitely need that clip on the controller. You definitely need it. But it's still a wonderful situation, man. It's just amazing how technology has evolved for us to do things like this. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it's a nice option for people that can use it. I mean, for me, I personally don't like it. I tried it.
No.
I'm probably gonna use it when I'm on vacation for like 2 weeks or something, but not just for one day or something that I'm on my bus. I have half an hour till I have to go to the next stop, right? To start again. I'm like, let's put on my phone real quick. Nah, nothing for like that. I don't think it's.
So, am I the only one distracted by the fact that Flamish's camera is a little bit tilted, so his couch is a little askew? I keep drawing back to that.
Oh, you mean my? Yeah. Well, hold on. Is that better, sir?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, much
Okay,
better. There you go. Now you look like you're not going to slide off the screen. Okay.
Well, I could put it like this. If
Are you
really
sure?
want it.
If he gets too excited, he's slipping off.
Yo, that's the beer and cherries. His camera could be getting
That's
drunk
right.
too.
Yeah.
Camera's like,
Oh,
oh,
come on,
yeah.
And then he does the other stuff. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
The famous leather couch scene. Let's talk about it.
Wow.
That's not real leather, actually. But I do have to tell you, don't get cats that like to scratch on the couch.
Oh no, they'll tear that stuff up.
Yeah, look at this. Look how beautiful. That's from my roommate. That's a present from when he was like a year and a half at my place. And
he wouldn't have made 2 years.
Let's
you really
be
don't need
honest.
those paws, do you? Yeah, well.
Let's be honest. Someone hid the candy ball, right?
Yeah.
I can get my candy ball over there. If you want.
No.
That's the damage.
No,
Someone
no.
hid it. Someone hid it, and that's what happened.
Are you saying no to my candy ball?
Listen, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna mail you some toothpaste and a big ass toothbrush, and it's gonna help you out. Trust me, you'll thank me in your 60s. You'll thank me. Don't worry about it. This guy eat candy by the pound. Jesus.
Actually,
Candy
not
by-
anymore. I just
More like
take a
candy
little
by the
bit, it
pallet
would
with how
work.
much he said he's got there.
What's crazy is when they had this young lady on, and he went and took his camera and started showing the boxes of candy he bought. I hit clown up immediately.
That was
We might have to start a GoFundMe fund for his gums because he's not gonna have no teeth. That was crazy. A box of boxes. Oh Lord.
So because we've got Back from the Dead on for the first time ever on camera. There he is. Did you watch the Bethesda roundtable thing? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I listened to it.
And what were your thoughts, sir? How did you feel it went?
I mean, I think it's just great that when they had each developer going through they're excited about the whole prospect of working together, and it'll be interesting to see in the future what each team brings out. But just right now, it's nice to see how they're trying to highlight everybody in the team rather than, hey, we can have like Todd Howard or Pete Hines come up and say, it's like, okay, yeah, we joined. But they want to highlight each individual person that's joining the team so we get to know everyone, and over time we can get to know them better as they present their individual games.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I tell something like it's so amazing how they all work together, like how they all explained how they actually all see each other work and help each other out where they can, and I never expected that. I never expected it to be that like a real family. They like they have said. So that was really amazing to hear and see. What do you guys think about it? I mean, did you expect
I
it?
love the fact that they show it in house and then they say, "Okay, guys, what do you think?"
Mhm.
And then they go from there before we even see it. So that's a So they're going beyond their own little, like beyond Bethesda. They're showing it to some of the other studios, going, "Guys, what do you think about what we have here?" Yeah. And apparently, Xbox already does the same thing as well. So
Yeah.
Well,
Something similar, yes.
I'm gonna tell you something you might not know. I have several homeboys that work for Microsoft, right? And you have to carry yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
Microsoft is a company that's for their employees. We talking about luncheons, vacations, meetings, where you go in there and it's like, oh, we're having a spa day together. You know, that's how Microsoft is.
Yeah.
And remember, this relationship goes back to PC. This is not no brand new, oh, you purchased us, you pay our medical bills now and our dental plans. No, this was going on since they started.
yeah,
This is not a situation where, okay, where they bought Compulsion or Playground. It's not one of those. This relationship been going on for years.
right.
As you heard them say, we developed games and we didn't even know how to do certain things. And Microsoft just came in and helped us because we had that relationship from Morrowind, which came from PC.
Yeah,
So this relationship is, and the way Microsoft as a company, I have a homeboy, he's a GameStop regional manager, and he rules with an iron fist. And when he went for the interview, I said, listen, you can't go to Microsoft with that iron fist. You have to be customer friendly and especially employee friendly. They are excellent. That's an excellent company to work for. This ain't EA where they got problems. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is really for their employees, and they will take, when you go to a basic meeting, there's so much food around. My boys be telling me, I'll be like, God damn, y'all having Thanksgiving every day? And it's like that. And this relationship is genuine. It's not fabricated for the camera, and it's been there for about 20 years. So,
and you mentioned customers as well. You know, coming up next month, they have Summit, where it's digital this year again. But that's where they pay and they bring in hundreds of people.
Right.
Go to these meetings, to go to these things and meet each other. And it's all on them. And they put on a big thing. And it's, they give you a tour of the campus, the whole thing.
2017. Okay, my bad, Siegel. Go ahead.
No, you've been to Summit. I see. Last year was supposed to be my first year. And because of COVID, I didn't get to go.
No, I had an experience with Microsoft when I had 150 subs. Maybe 250. They was doing a Forza event in the New York City Microsoft store for kids. Then they had the competition upstairs. And this is broadcast, and that's on my channel too. But I wanted to do something to show the kids playing the game and showing Microsoft from a different light. I went into there. I talked to the manager. I said, yo, listen, I got a small YouTube channel. I want to put on my YouTube channel the Forza event. The guy was like, all right, give us your YouTube channel. We'll look you up. This is no BS. They looked me up. They watched 30 of my videos. They called me and said, listen, you got good content. You don't use profanity. You definitely can have videos for kids, adults, whatever. They told me to come in. When they just sat down with me, mind you, I'm not no 100,000 subscriber YouTube guy. I'm still trying to build now. It's like, when I got there, I had a meal, was decked, and he sat down. It was 15 to 20 dudes talking to me. What did I want to do? And they was like, listen, if you want to do this on a date, you come here, you say who you are, you say One Away Dragons TV, we got you. I was like, I ain't nobody. This how they treat me? I thought they was going to be like, all right, and just let me walk around the store. So when I got there, they had a PR chaperone with me. He was like, you just can't say certain things. I was like, all right, but everything I said was within, like what they was trying to show. And then after I did what I wanted to do on my channel, they took me up to where the professional Forza players was playing. Nobody could talk because, them guys got to concentrate. But the love that they showed me as being a nobody.
Right.
was amazing. And I was 2017, I think it was. Yeah, it's 2017. That's my experience with them. But when I said, when they invited me to come do the sit down and meeting, I mean, Nintendo gave me a play too that year. That was a year to Switch. I think it was 2017, or maybe it's 2016. It was like, but it was just like, okay, we saw your content, you good. And then they let me do whatever I wanted to do, and I put that on my channel. But Microsoft was like, nah, food, you don't come to this lunch. And I was like, maybe I need to change my profession. It was just nice, but that's my experience. They're a different type of company, man. And it's, like I said, my boys that work there, they ain't leaving. They're not leaving. So that's just saying.
Yeah, with any company, if you treat your staff properly, they will never leave, they will never steal, and they will never flip you over, shall we say?
No.
Right.
Yeah. So more companies should do that, especially big ones. I work for a huge one. I'm not going to discuss which. It's nothing to do with games, but I work for a huge company, and 90% of the staff are treated like shit.
Yeah, I drive the bus in New York City Transit. We move 6 million people a day, and my job is not so user friendly. You know what I'm saying? You just a number. You know what I'm saying? You die, they just load your spot with somebody else. They don't treat us bad, but it's surely they don't open doors like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say the bus here in Belgium is a little bit different. It's not like 6 million.
Yeah, we move about 6 million a day.
Yeah, but you drive it like you're driving on Wreckfest, so
Well, I think I transport like, give me a number, let's say maybe to 100 or 200 persons a day.
A day? I do that. I do 100 people in my first two trips. Not even my first trip. First 3 blocks, I see 100 people.
Yeah, that's what I do on a daily basis. Maybe like 300 sometimes if it's crowded.
Wow.
If everybody in Belgium decides they want to go somewhere, apparently.
Well, we got the big buses as well, the 18 meters with the.
You got big buses for no reason. You ain't carrying nobody. You wasting gas and space. 100 people.
Was that just the size of the town you live in? Or...
It's Belgium. Belgium is not that big. We don't have that many people around, and COVID is also a part of it, of course, right now.
Of course.
But yeah, overall, just not many people.
What's your population?
The population?
Yeah, generally, just like a general number.
So Belgium in total is like 11 million or something?
You're trying to tell me New York City, the city of New York, is bigger than Belgium?
All of Belgium, yes.
Jesus Lord.
Actually, let me look it up. So my own city, right?
Yeah, Houston's right up there too. It's like, come on, you.
So the population over here in my city is 250,000.
That's all.
That's all. The population in Antwerp, which is one of the big cities.
How many was it before you started running people over?
Antwerp is a really big city here in Belgium, right? That's 500,000.
Wow, 500,000.
That might be Brooklyn for me.
And that's one of the biggest cities in Belgium, because the biggest city, that's Brussels, which is the main capital, is even less. That's 174,000.
Wow.
So
y'all even have an army? Y'all have an army, right?
Yeah, we have an army and everything. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Or you got a security force? That's not a lot of people, bro.
And
Seriously.
They all travel by bus. So I have a question. I do have a illegitimate question. So we all know Bethesda's come in, and the other day that when the Bethesda thing was announced, 20 games went into Game Pass. Okay, 20 Bethesda games. Old. Who on the panel is actually thinking, I want to play a game? We'll start with Lemon because he's next to me on the thing. Are you going to play any of those games, Lemon?
I've been playing them. because I own them. I own pretty much all of them. But
Yeah, me
it's
too.
good to see for people who didn't purchase them to get that experience now. You know what I'm saying? To have 20 brand new options, and they keep saying 100 plus. You know, there's more than 100. There's more than 200 games in there.
Yeah.
They just never up the number. They just it's 100
list
plus.
is
It's
endless.
over. Right.
It's
It's
definitely
over
more than
200
100.
Right. It's like I'll be like, it's like 200 games in here. Why they don't never say, oh, now we got 200 games? I guess because they don't stay. But I have every Bethesda game. I have all the Dooms. I have all the Praise. I have all the Wolfenstein. So it wasn't big for me. The future is big for me.
Yeah.
But it's good to see, like, around here, I'm like the encyclopedia of video games, and I just got a call from an older guy. He retired from corrections, and he called me and said, Lemon, what's Skyrim? What's Fallout 76? What's Fallout 4? He going crazy. I said, okay, slow down. I said, I'm going to tell you the games that you could play that you're going to like, because he's more of an action-based guy. So I recommended the Wolfensteins and the Praise and the Far Cries and you know, stuff like that. And I said, listen, no, not Far Cry, but those type of games he likes. So I said, listen, he starts naming the games. He's reading his list. He going crazy. He's going crazy over what just happened. He don't know why it happened because he's not paying attention to ZeniMax. Like I told people didn't even know who ZeniMax was. Let's just be real here. When Microsoft bought ZeniMax, people were like ZeniMax, and then when they said, "Oh, this is who they own," then people said, "Oh my God!"
Oh, we know
right.
what Bethesda is.
ZeniMax is king. You didn't know who the hell ZeniMax was before this deal. Stop frauding.
They always thinking that Bethesda is ZeniMax. That's the funny.
Right. It's just part of it. But and I keep people keep forgetting that Bethesda don't make Doom. That's it. Interactive. That has nothing to do with Bethesda. You know, but it's like
Bethesda publish it, don't they? So
facts.
It's
But it's like when this was like maybe 30 minutes before we came on, and I'm talking to him, his enthusiasm. So I'm like, yo, you need to play Prey, you need to play this. He was like, I'm gonna download Fallout 76. I said, no, don't download that one.
No.
That's not for you. He was like, I said, listen.
That's not for anybody. What are you talking about?
No, if you want to start at the bottom of the barrel and move up, go right ahead.
Fallout 76 has become better since
listen,
launch.
I got a reputation to uphold. I have to recommend the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, listen, try Fallout 4 because it's an action RPG and he likes action. Once you get into the part where you can select where you shoot people, he likes stuff like that. But he's not that type of person. I told him to try Skyrim. I said, there might be a little bit too much talking and too much walking for you. But, and then he said, well, my friend told me Elder Scrolls Online. I said, well.
If you're really into lore-based games where there's more story than action, then you'll probably be into that. He wants them to
remake Matrix and Lord of the Rings series. That's who he is. Action. Just action. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Some story, but he wants action. So I just try to give him I said, Wolfenstein is right up your alley. Go kill yourself.
Yeah.
Take Doom.
Except Youngblood.
Go kill yourself. Youngblood is good, though.
So let's go to our other guest and back from the dead. So, are you a massive fan of Bethesda? Are you going to play these 20 games that have launched into Game Pass, or have you already finished them?
Yeah, I played through Skyrim multiple times with separate characters, and I played some of Doom Eternal. I still have to go back to that. I haven't played like the older Doom games, so going back and playing those, I've never played The Evil Within, so that'll be interesting. I've got most of the expansions for ESO, and I've played that quite a bit. Let's see what else was there. But yeah, I mean, I downloaded a ton of the games. I already owned half of them. But there were a lot of games that I didn't hear about, like Skyrim or Bethesda and their titles until Xbox One.
Yeah.
So it was the special edition of Skyrim by the time I heard about it. So there's a lot of their back catalog that it'll be really interesting. I already downloaded them, put them on my hard drive to try out later. They'll be fun to be able to go through all those, and it just comes with owning Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can we ask? Can we move it over to Cerebral, Paul, before we go to Flamish and then myself? Paul, same question to you, dude.
Well, yeah, I played a lot of them. I had not played Prey, which I've installed and started. I had not played The Evil Within, which I've installed and started. I can see The Evil Within is going to be, it's going to have parts that are tough for me. I can almost guarantee it this early on. I also installed Oblivion. Boy, Oblivion has not aged well. It could definitely use a remaster. It's still a great game, but you can tell it shows its age.
Paul, in Oblivion, just start jumping and don't stop.
Oh, is that how that works?
I actually got the full 1,000 off Oblivion back in the day, so yeah.
Oh no, I remember back in the day we thought it looked awesome, but now if you look at it compared to what we have, it's like, oh my god, this game is,
Are the DLCs included in Oblivion?
I think so, yeah.
I hope so.
I know a lot of the mods showed up on my list, so they're there.
Like the horse
deal.
armor?
The whole deal.
Yep.
The thing is, the thing is with Oblivion, and I'm sorry to interject, but Oblivion was my wow moment.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking, obviously back in the 360 days, bought Oblivion, started playing through it, thinking myself, what's this rat tunnel shit? What's going on? What? This is absolutely garbage. But that moment when you open up from the rat sewer and that open world just looked in front of you, even on the 360 back in the day, it looked absolutely gorgeous. And that's the first time I think I can remember going, wow, look at this. This is the future of gaming. And that's Oblivion did that to me. Now I will always remember that moment. As soon as I got through them rat tunnels, and I just thought,
the open world.
Look at that! Look how big this is. And Oblivion, I think, was the first game that did that to me.
Yep. So you hadn't seen Morrowind before that. Morrowind was.
I had played Morrowind, yes, but you got to think that wasn't Oblivion a launch title on the 360?
I do not remember. I do know Morrowind didn't have.
I'm sure it is. So that we went from the OG Xbox, the original, horrible thing, to then we go into this new era on the 360, and it just
the technology
opened my eyes.
Was amazing. Yeah, the technology jump was amazing.
Even on my 32-inch CRT TV, it looked brilliant.
Facts.
Yep. And then the other game, I just realized Dishonored. I had not played the original Dishonored. I looked at that as well. That looks pretty good, and seems to be a pretty good game too. So those are the ones that I really hadn't played before. I played all the original Dooms and stuff. I cannot do Doom Eternal because of the way the controls and having to move. And run. That game's out of my reach. Yeah, the game's out of my reach.
It's pretty
fine. I do wish they would make it a little more accessible at some point, but I'm not the kind of guy who's going to go, that's not fair, because there's always been games I can't play, and I'm okay with that. I'm not everybody.
Yeah. Doom was too fast for me.
Now, if they ask me, how can we make this better?
Yeah, but you're old.
Shut up.
I just play it on easy. I can't play it any harder than that. It's too hard otherwise.
I can't even play it on easy. A lot of it's because the gun, even if I try to adjust how sensitive it is, it just flies too fast. I can't get those key shots that I need to get on some of the bigger creatures.
Yeah, it is a fast-paced game. You have to really know what you do in that game and jump around. And Doom Eternal is not easier than Doom 16.
I have the same issue with Arkham Knight, as a matter of fact. Where you have to drive the car and aim and shoot certain parts of the tanks. I just can't do that. My complaint, my thing would be, this is the Batmobile. The damn thing should have a computer that can lock onto a target. Right. But yeah, so as much as I want to be able to play those games at this point, unless something changes, I'm not able to, which is fine. I'm looking forward to what's coming out, though. I'm really looking forward to Starfield. I'm hoping that's the summer release they hinted to. I really am.
We'll know what the
By the way, when they mean summer, it may not be till September or August or September, but that's still summer. So I can go with that. So I'm looking forward to see what we got coming and what's going to be dropping over the next few months, even before the new big game.
Cool. So, Flamish, same question to you then. Out of the 20 games that have gone into Game Pass, are you excited or are you going to play any of those that you haven't played before?
Well, let me tell this. I played Skyrim so many hours on PC.
Yeah.
And knowing that there's going to be a 60 FPS patch, I thought it was already out. I downloaded the game like, I'm going to jump in again, right? 60 FPS on console. No, it's not out yet. I don't know when it's releasing, but it's not out yet. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the 60 frames patch. I'm not gonna go in at 30. I'm just too snobby now. Now we know there's gonna be 60 FPS and there's too much other games to play. But I'll probably check out Skyrim. I'll probably check out Fallout 76.
You can skip that one.
It has been updated multiple times.
I haven't tried
doesn't
to
matter. That doesn't matter.
Well, we'll see. I will check it out, see what's going on. I mean,
You're not taking up my valuable hard drive space from my Xbox Series X. No,
Right.
sir. It's not happening.
when's the last time you tried it, Dragon?
No, listen. I don't
Let me-
care. I have a back catalog of 700 games at least. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm
I
right
got
there
the
with
same
you, brother.
problem.
Right there with you.
I don't need to go backwards and say, "Oh, I should give this a chance," because no, I didn't beat Skyrim. I'm going back to Skyrim. I know that's a hit. I'm good. That was good.
So, a few people in the chat and probably in the panel know that I'm an abject coward and I don't do scary games. But I've been told that I need to play Prey.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
a
if
game.
you play Prey, you need to stream that shit. 'cause that's
Yeah,
funny
yes,
as
yes.
hell.
So,
That's gonna be funny
do you know
as hell.
what? Do you know what? As soon as this stream is over, I am going to go on Twitch and I'm going to stream it. Yes.
I'm watching that. I am.
Yeah, drop your
because,
Twitch.
you know,
Drop your Twitch in the link, man, so I can add you.
Yeah,
I
we
will
need,
do
we
that.
need to
I will
post,
do
we
in the
need to
chat.
post that shit in Twitter, get it all over the internet. And if
Yes,
you
'cause
do,
I
he's
don't-
gonna shit his pants today.
I am going to shit my pants.
Yeah.
So when we finish here, I'm going to load up Prey for a couple of
We'll
hours.
give you some moral
Yeah.
support. Don't worry
It's
about it.
done.
We'll coach you right through it.
Curtains
When you
are
start
closed.
crying, we'll hand
Be
you a
laughing
phone
there right
napkin.
along with you.
Hey, Lemon, are you following my Twitch yet?
I
So,
Following
yeah.
my Twitch yet, Lemon?
Say it again.
You following my Twitch yet?
No, hit me. Put it in the
Yeah.
chat so I can
put in the
hit it
Flemish
right now.
Experience DM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So-
here in the chat.
You just put me in the Flamish Experience DM. What you? That was like 10 minutes ago.
Actually, you have his Twitter. You have his Twitter now.
So yes, that's actually because everyone you talk to is how you've got to play Prey. Prey's brilliant. Prey
It
is one of those games, and I have dabbled with scary games, and yes, I tend to scream like a little girl now and again.
So that means you're not going to watch
So-
The Exorcist, right?
No,
Dude, that's the movie that scared the hell out of me as a
Skippy
kid.
said. Yeah. So, yeah. So I am going that out of all that, I am going to play Prey, and
Oh
probably
yeah, I'm gonna
probably tonight. Yeah. So,
I'm gonna cancel my plans for tonight and watch that.
thank you.
And I wanted to play some Far Cry 4.
Well, you
Damn
go play
you!
Far Cry. You go play Far Cry. You don't have to come and watch me
But Far
shit
Cry is
yourself.
an Ubisoft game.
I never played Far Cry 4. That's the only
4,
one I haven't
5,
played
3,
yet.
Last Blood or First Blood. Those are Ubisoft.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
that's my take on the. I'm looking forward to playing Prey and really panicking and probably asking for mummy once or twice.
Well, I would say it's not that scary of a game. I think Resident
Look,
Evil is
any-
much more
any-
scary.
look, Anything with jump scares, I don't.
The evil within is scary.
And
Yeah,
actually,
the Evil Within is
Yeah,
Evil
no,
Within
that's-
is nasty.
I
Yeah,
love
it
was-
Evil
yeah.
Within, but with infinite ammo. That was a good game.
Oh yeah, you can do it when you cheat. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, on the PC you have like a trainer, you can put on stuff and like infinite ammo, infinite life, and I did that, and that was fun.
Oh,
I wasn't
jeez.
scary at all. I was just pumping my shotgun all
No,
over.
when your character can't die, it's not scary at all.
Yes!
Right, exactly.
That's how you play scary games if you don't
No,
like
no,
scary
no.
games.
That's what. Listen,
no.
listen. That's what made Resident Evil challenging. It wasn't that you
Mhm.
couldn't kill the monsters. You had no goddamn ammo. You had to run.
Yeah,
you
you're
had
running
to
for your
trip through
life
the
after
hallways
that.
and
Yeah.
pass through. That was the whole the nostalgia of the game. It was like when I first played that, and we all got scared when we first saw that snake.
Oh yeah.
Snake.
Or you went down that hallway that was shaped like an L, and then the camera angle kept that one zombie in the hallway out of view. That got everybody.
I was 7.
Everybody. That was crazy.
I was
Man.
7. I was
Yeah, actually,
Look, my
said I was
attitude is
7.
my attitude has always been if you got to use codes to get through a game, you didn't beat the game, you finished the game. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
There
finished
is
the
a
game.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, you people used to come out. Oh, I beat that game. No, you didn't. As soon as you activated the God mode or the infinite ammo, you didn't beat shit. Okay. You know?
Final
no,
Fantasy.
you mess with that after beating the game.
It was
Facts.
Yeah.
fun.
Final
It was
Fantasy
fun.
15 came out. I'm standing in GameStop. Not 15. Was it 15?
Final Fantasy or what was?
Yeah. No, Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
It was 15.
Yeah.
15. And everybody that bought the game bought the book. So I'm standing there. I'm just looking. So I said to a dude, if you're going to just do what the book tell you, why buy the game for $60? Oh, I need to know everything that. I said, well, where's the idea of exploring and learning how to play the game? If you just gonna read and just do what it tell you, it's like people playing Cyberpunk 2077 and you following somebody else's gameplay and walkthrough. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm a little outdated, but I know in my day we had
Please.
games.
and I know
and
with
all that, but
yeah,
please,
Red
sir,
Dead
I have something to say.
with Red Dead Redemption 2, you can't do that. You know.
Well, some of us have less
Um,
time than others, so
The thing is,
but
with,
don't you want your own experience in Cyberpunk though?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
Yes.
experience is supposed to be different. You're supposed
Yes.
to meet different people, different conversations. But if I do exactly what you do, I might as well not buy the game and just watch you twitching.
agreed.
So it defeats the purpose.
But Final Fantasy is its own beast because it's just the way it is. I would agree with every other game except Final Fantasy. I mean, I remember playing Final Fantasy 7. I finished it. It took me 120 hours or something like that.
Right.
But then we're on the playground and we're talking 1990 something, showing my age right now. They're all saying, "Did you defeat this? What? How did you defeat this? How did you defeat?" I was like, I didn't even see it. What are you talking
That's the
about?
point. That
So
gives you
I-
replayability, don't it?
But after defeating Final Fantasy VII, I did go and get the guide, and I needed to know how to breed the gold chocobo. I needed to know how to fight
Okay.
Emerald Weapon. I needed to.
Oh, after you do it, yeah. I
But
have
at
no problem with
least,
that.
at least
Yeah.
you beat it. Some dudes, day one, open the book, follow the book, don't get none of the experiences. They're just getting a generic experience. That's what I think. Because I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077, and if we get into a chat and I go, yo, I met this dude, he gave me this gun, but then the gun didn't work because it shot my shoelaces off, and you'll say, no, that same gun I got 10 hours in, and then it shot my kneecaps off. So that's a different experience, but I'm not going to follow a game. This ain't Pac-Man. We're not running patterns. All we want to do is get a great experience. And if we all come with the same damn experience in the same damn game, that's not a good look. I'm sorry.
Do you know
That's
what?
really not.
And while I was talking about Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon and Tifa 7 Heaven, Flamish just stood there going, shh. What? I'm spoiling it? It's 25 fucking years old, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's really not. That game is
for the
huge.
25 years
PlayStation
old.
5.
Listen,
The moratorium on spoilers.
update. I'm waiting
What?
for the PlayStation
No.
5 update.
No.
I'll play
The
game.
moratorium on spoilers is way
What-
past due. Dude.
What I mentioned there, you will not get in the PS or any remake. You will not get it because it's too big. You will not get in the Final Fantasy VII remake. You will not get all that adventure where you have to defeat the 3 weapons. You have to find all the Ruby
It's not
Diamond, and Emerald. You won't get that. You won't have to
I
do.
think I've seen those three
missions.
strippers at the club: Ruby, Diamond, and Emerald. Yeah.
Send them my way, Paul. Send them my way. You won't get to do the challenges for the ultimate weapons for each character back because it's too much to do it. There's just too much challenge, so you won't get them in the remake. There's no spoilers, dude. Don't worry.
But it's
But the
also,
game is 25 years old.
Yeah.
If you don't know what happens, we'll have a chat. I'll tell you what happens.
You do
problem
know
is-
that Anakin is Darth Vader, who's Luke Skywalker's father, right?
right.
No.
I do discredit this.
That's Star Wars ruined for me. Yes.
I do discredit this generation of gamer is because when we was younger, we had to learn the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in Rainbow Six, the G36C was always the beast of a weapon. We didn't call for, oh, y'all need to fix it. Dudes was like, listen, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna defeat this weapon. I'm gonna defeat this character.
Yeah.
And we have experiences that this generation of gamer just won't do. They get into a forum
Mhm.
and go, oh, this character is OP. We never said that. Bison is supposed to be OP. He's the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
and
I
I
don't
predate
get
all of that.
it.
You know, all those games I played on PC, King's Quest, Police Quest, they didn't come with walkthroughs. We didn't have forums we could go to find out how to get past parts. You had to
Right.
solve them puzzles, baby. You had to figure it out.
You had old school players that played the original Metal Gear on the NES, and they had rations. People even know rations meant food. That's how primitive he was as a gamer. Like, but the game was hard. It was very rewarding, but we didn't complain. We just beat the goddamn game, and the pulling of the teeth, the frustrations, the throwing of your controllers, the stomping your feet, the taking the timeouts, which gave us these playground conversations. And you don't have the same conversation today. You know, like God of War is one of those games where you can go through the game and don't see half the weapons or don't see half the bosses, and you got to go back and play again.
Yep. Absolutely.
But if you follow a goddamn book, we all gonna have the same damn story. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I ain't buying no guides. I ain't buying no game genies. None of that. Now, if you get a game genie that tells you, you know, we all had the Contra code. Everybody used it.
Hey, Contra was a bitch. Okay, so
look, but you had to. So that's like a universal code that everybody knows. But it's just like, but you had to. But we need to.
You mean the
You can't follow You can't follow nobody's story in Skyrim.
No.
You can't because there's so many different options and ways to play and building a character. How can you follow a book?
yeah,
Actually,
open world. You should
Well,
never
I
follow a
don't-
book.
I've
Open
actually
world.
got the book for Skyrim, and it's about 3 inches thick.
Yeah, it's.
And I only
I've
use
seen
it
it.
for
It's a
different
thick one.
weapons I want to try and find in the game.
Yeah, but
What I do
you're
with
not
those
following
is-
the story. You doing your own thing, but that's different. Using a guide for a weapon, like you need a guide in goddamn Destiny. I'm still struggling in Destiny to get the great weapons, and my guy was like, "Well, I did this at the Saurus and the Megaloris." I was like, "What's that?" Wow, but you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, the information of the age of information has really like spoiled us. I would say.
It really has, yeah. I'm stuck on a boss. How do I do it? Let's Google it.
Yeah, then you 2 minutes
Oh,
later,
YouTube,
you know
I can see
everything
someone
about
doing
the
it.
boss. You know everything what to do, and you just finish it in 1 minute. You're like,
So-
oh, this was easy.
So thinking about new things, I'd like to. I do feel like I'm taking over here, Flamish. I apologise. I told you I was up for it tonight. I'd like to ask Back from Dead because obviously, is this your first time on a podcast, or you've been on others?
Yeah,
Your
this would be
first.
my first time on a podcast.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay. So, yeah, on the Flamish Experience. Awesome, brother. So,
You can tell
you're
people
around.
Flemish
you're-
popped your cherry. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
Flemish is
Oh.
popped cherry. Well, it's okay. So you're
He's a
around
cherry.
the same age, in the same age era as us guys. How long have you been? How long have you been into gaming? And just tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, how did it start? with gaming? Because you're obviously you're a valued member of the community because you're always around. You're a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to know a little bit more about you, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So I was about 3 to 5 years old, and my parents would go out to garage sales. I mean, we had money, but they just like to be conscious about how much money they spent. And they would do this every Saturday while my older brother would watch us. We'd get up and watch Saturday morning cartoons. Anything from G.I. Joe's, X-Men, Spider-Man, Thundercats, Gargoyles. And one of these times when they went to a garage sale, they found a used NES with Super Mario Brothers 1 and 3, Duck Hunt with the light gun, Ice Climbers, and a bunch of other games. So that's kind of what I started out with growing up, pass the controller around to my siblings, and and you got to take turns because you only have 1 or 2 controllers. And hope it doesn't freeze. If your parents ask you to do a chore in the middle when you're gaming, it's like, well, leave it on. And yeah, so I started with NES like that, and then my friends, I had a friend with Atari. I don't know which one it was. Another friend had a Sega. And then eventually, like my friends had the Super NES, so I remember going over to a lot of friends' houses and playing games like that.
Yeah.
And then, I think around 98, 99, my parents got divorced, so my mom moved us to a new town, and I have been playing the NES for all that time, and we went into a Funko Land one day. So I traded all that in to get an N64. And I think GoldenEye and Episode 1 Pod Racer.
Lemon agrees straight away. Lemon agrees.
Look at great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and I had friends that would play like WCW versus NWO Revenge, Pokemon Stadium, Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a different friend that he had a PlayStation 1, and we went to this little card shop where, ironically, they also sold skateboards and video games. And he found a used copy of Resident Evil 2. I think me and him are both like 10, 11 years old playing that game. So that's how I started with that series, and I've played every single game in the series to date.
That's awesome.
So, let's see what else. A few years later, then I can't remember what I did with the N64, but when I was, I think, 14 or 15, my mom gave me a GameCube for my birthday, and she got that with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So yeah, that was kind of funny because if you know the story of the game starts off your character on their birthday. So it was really interesting playing the game on my birthday at the same time the character in the game. But yeah, and
you can do that in Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4, or is it Fallout 3? One of them when you're born and you. No, I'm sure it is.
I think it was.
It asks you your information.
I think that was Fallout 3.
Yeah, there you go. You're born.
Yeah.
I have no
Because
idea.
you started off in the vault and they brought you up. Yeah.
But
Like you grew up through the first cutscene.
I have to tell you something, guys.
Hmm.
I have my friend of me, who is actually he's my Belgian friend. He works at the same place as I do, and I went to his
So
house.
he doesn't do nothing just like you? Okay.
No,
He drives
actually,
around nobody?
he stays at the depot and actually moves the buses and stuff, right? And
okay.
he has these very cool cats called Sphinx cats, and I'm gonna show them on stream. So this is what they look like.
You didn't let Back for the Dead finish his gaming history story though, Flamish.
But he's going to sleep and I needs a shout. He needs a shout out, so I'm giving him a shout out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he's giving me a chance to take a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a drink. We'll continue your story
And
in a minute.
I toast your gaming history. I toast your gaming history. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's some nice history, by the way.
I
But
will as well.
I need to give him a shout out for his awesome cats. It was really enjoyable
I'm like-
afternoon.
Say-
and
Yeah, Animated, where was you at when I first came on the channel? Because I ain't get asked these questions. I'm starting to feel left out.
Yeah, dude. Like I
What the
said,
hell, Flamish?
like I said, dude. The first time you come
there
on,
is
I was
no topics.
unavailable.
Everything can happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I
You're
forget.
supposed to be the host with the most. What's going on here?
yeah. Anime is taking over tonight. I
Yo,
apologize.
Animate, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, bro. Flamish over there want to eat chocolates and show cats.
Show me your cats, and we'll get back onto some proper speed. Come on, show me your cats.
Random stuff. I love random.
I wonder if he does that on his route. He just instead of turning
Yo,
left,
listen,
like-
we're
no,
gonna
it's
turn
like
right.
He just stops
saying-
anyway. He's like Uber of buses.
It's like Darth is saying, I am like a squirrel, don't distract me.
Welcome to Flamish Bus Tours. On your left, you will see a little squirrel. On your right, you will see a little. On your right, you will see a house I once visited. Thank you for driving Flamish Tours.
Oh my god.
So do you get a case of cherry beer and a bag of candy when you get off that tour?
Diet.
You should. You need the sugar rush just to. Where's these cats? Have you shown the cats yet?
For it. Otherwise I would do it, but I don't have the funds.
Where these cats at?
Where's
Hurry
Colt?
up.
Show the cats.
Well,
Show
I
the
did
cats.
Show the
Show the
Come on.
cats. Show the
This is
cats. Show the cats.
This is the internet.
I
This is the
showed the
internet.
cats
Here's
on
the cat.
Steam. If you have
This is
missed
what's
it,
out of the internet.
You've shown the cats already.
Yeah.
I never saw him.
Yeah,
you-
well, no, I
You
didn't
need to
either.
watch the stream. I guess Darvis probably
I can't
watched
watch
it.
the stream. It makes me feel retarded because the stream is a little bit behind.
Yeah,
I watch.
what I
So
do,
I'm not watching the stream. I'm not
what
watching
I do, I have the stream on in the background, and I paste you guys over it, so I
side
can.
by side. Right. I got you.
Okay,
So
I'm about to do the same
I'll
thing.
do
I'm
it
about to do the
again.
same thing.
I'll
That's
do it
what I do.
again. There we go. There we go, guys.
Go on
You
then.
gotta talk
This
to
is
me
what
like
they
we slow.
call. This is what they call.
Oh, that's the hairless cats.
Sphinx.
Yeah.
It's a sphinx.
Them cats
Yeah, they're
is
hairless.
expensive.
It's like somebody shaved a rat. It looks horrible.
No.
Oh.
Oh, dude, you don't know what you're
You
saying.
about to get
I
some
went
hate
to
mail. You gotta be
his
careful. Got
today,
these animal lovers out here.
and it was lovely. It was nice, and they have like this skin when you pet it.
I
it
have
just
skin.
feels-
I'm nice.
I'm not petting you.
So you're trying to tell me, Animated, you want him to rub you and pet you? I'm just
No,
saying.
not at all. Not at all.
You're definitely not.
Whoa!
What are you saying? In cats have skin.
They go my exit.
That's apparently cats have skin. That's what he's saying. That's what he's coming out with.
Oh, my
we all have
Lord.
skin. Those are the ugliest cats I've ever seen.
That's your own opinion, sir. I'm not
It is.
gonna-
It's not supported by the Flamish experience whatsoever. This
Foreskin.
that is Animated Evil's opinion, and it's not supported
Oh my
by
God.
anyone
Uh,
or anyone
Well,
around
it's-
this podcast.
So animated is Darth saying what you're describing?
Well, it looks like it's made of a foreskin. Yes.
Oh, Dominic, I'm sorry, bro. I think we're in our own stuff.
That's what was said in the chat. That's what was.
Well, Dominic, I didn't show your cat, so you're safe.
There is one nice thing about those cats.
I love
People
them.
that are allergic, since those cats have no hair, the people that are allergic to cats can have those cats.
And
Yeah.
all the
I
best
don't
of those
think I ever
people.
laughed this hard on
have
any
no idea,
podcast I've been on.
This
Oh
goes-
my god, this didn't just happen.
What, go from
Yes.
talking about game
Hey,
history to cats?
Animated. What's your cat name? Oh, Foreskin.
It should be.
Oh,
It
come
should
on.
be. Looking like
I
that.
don't wanna hurt
And he
Dominic's
doesn't wear
feelings.
protection. He uses no protection. He's good. No cheese, no protection. Oh my god.
Are we done with cats? Because
Yeah, no, we done.
we were we were in the middle of Back from the Dead story, and then we've just gone
Flamish.
Way off on
just
the
gone
tangent.
way off.
Ugh. Lord have mercy.
So, just because it was a beautiful story, but let's fast forward a little bit. Let's just fast forward a little
Okay,
bit,
let's just drop the
just
cat.
to move on and
Yeah,
just
drop it.
calm down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Animated Evil, what's your cat name? Safe sex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say
Dude,
nothing else. Oh my
But yeah,
god.
so
It's okay.
Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
You went from. See, the thing is that people went from either Nintendo or Sega. The people I usually know, if you were Nintendo, you kind of went to PlayStation. If you were Sega, you kind of went to Xbox. That's the feeling because of the Sega Dreamcast and the N64. The Japanese, with being a Nintendo guy, were you not pulled towards PlayStation rather than Xbox? Because Xbox is. It's if you were a Sega guy as a child, you generally pulled into Xbox. If you're a Nintendo, because of the Japanese games, you usually pulled into PlayStation. What brought you to Xbox?
I guess it was mostly my friends were playing on Xbox. I remember going over to a friend's house one night when I was probably maybe 15 or 16, and he's like, "Hey, can you help me finish the last few missions of a game?" And we sit down, and I help him beat the end of the first Halo game. And after doing that, then I was pretty much hooked from there.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Halo will do it.
Yeah, so it was a while before I could get enough money to go out and get one from Game Crazy, if anyone remembers that store.
Facts.
But yeah, so yeah, I remember playing. Ironically, I don't remember what else I played on the original Xbox. Because I would just play so many games that. Yeah, and then a friend of mine got me into Gears of War, and that's how I wound up getting a 360. It's like, okay, so now I didn't have Xbox Live on on the original Xbox, but I wound up getting it on the 360 so that I could play with my friends.
Yeah.
And then by like 360 era, because I really like Resident Evil, a lot of the Resident Evil games were typically on PlayStation, but by the time the like 5 and 6 came out, they finally started coming to Xbox. So that was really nice. Usually I had to go over to a friend's house to play those games. But yeah, and then I played all the Halo games, and when when 343 had started making them, Bungie kind of split off to go start Destiny. I was like, well, I'm such a big Halo guy, and there was that whole controversy with Bungie leaving. I didn't really want to play Destiny until a friend of mine, I think they were in the House of Wolves expansion, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I know you really like Halo, so why don't you give Destiny a try? I think you're really gonna like it." So I went to GameStop, paid like $5 for a used copy. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna invest that much into it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. And then you can fast forward to today that I've been playing since House of Wolves and Destiny 1 all the way till now.
Cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's a cool story, dude. It really is.
Mhm.
But I'm going to ask the Flamish, because he's the young buck of the pod. Was there one game to you, Flamish, that got you into Xbox? Because there was for me, and I'm sure back from the dead has said Halo was the game that got him into Xbox. Was the, with you being such a young boy, as we will call it, what made you come Xbox? Because didn't you do PlayStation beforehand? Before you did Xbox?
Well, I always had PlayStation. Never had an Xbox. Didn't know about it. Europe, Belgium. We don't know much about Xbox till much later. Not many people buy them over here. Now it's a different story, of course. But actually, what got me in Xbox is Game Pass and the world's strongest console with the One X. That was my take on why I went to Xbox.
Oh, so you still didn't bust that nut, huh? He's still brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
One-
new
look,
to
One
it.
X-
He's new, yeah.
Look.
Another launch.
Clemens was like, what does that mean? That means you're a virgin.
For me, yeah,
That's what it means. You're still in a virgin status. I got you.
Well, I got the Series X now
Good to have
on
you.
launch. The first console I got on launch. Hallelujah. But for all purposes, yeah, and I went into Game Pass and I played the Halo 1 to 5 all after each other with Reach and ODST. And then I went to Gears, played all of Gears till in the middle of 2, got bored, skipped 3 entirely, went to 4 and 5.
Whoa. Let's rewind this. You got
Oh.
bored with Gears 2?
Yeah,
How is that even possible? What,
because I was
asleep?
alone.
Because you was what?
Alone.
Okay.
The co-op, I love to play them not by myself, you know. With Halo, I can still bear it because it was fun to shoot, right? But Gears is a different beast, and I think I think it was just a little bit too data for my own personal preference. Gears 1, I tried to, and I could finish it, but yeah, that was really dated by now, I would say. With the new stuff they added recently with the thing, with the One X, in the end of the generation, of course, that was
Right.
better, but yeah. That's
I've
how
got
I
a-
went into Xbox.
I have now got a question for the old men in the room.
Hey,
Obviously,
hey.
old men, Lemon and Paul.
I don't look my age, so I don't even care. I just turned 49 Friday. I don't care.
I know,
look
dude.
better than these young dudes.
I
I'm
am
mad.
I am the old man in the room.
And I wished you a happy birthday. So we're all
Yes,
good.
you did, and I appreciate you.
Don't make me start singing.
Yeah, don't, no.
So, were you we'll go with Lemon first. Were you a Sega or a Nintendo fan early on?
I'm gonna give you a little history. I started off with Pong, right? Very young age, got hooked on video games, and
Yep.
my mom's passed when I was little, so I kind of, I always had family members chipping in and buying me something. Technically, Xbox is my preferred platform, but I've always had every platform. When they had the ColecoVision and Television War, I had that. When they had Atari 26, 5200, I had that. I had every console. And when the NES came out and they had that dumbass robot, I wanted that. When the Master System came out, I wanted that. And as I got older and started making my own money, my house was always the house. That's why I really gave a thumbs up to Back from the Dead when he said GoldenEye. Because my house, I don't care what it was. It could have been, I never was a DJ, but I had 2 pairs of 1200 Technique turntables.
The 1210s,
the mixer and all, because I'm a tech dude.
Yeah,
that's how it's going to lead into Xbox.
Is it? I do that shit, but that's by the by. I do that shit.
But I've never wanted to look at another console and take a side. You always have a preferred console.
Yeah.
I love my Super Nintendo for my Mario stuff, but that Mortal Kombat was trash with no fatalities. So I had that Sega Genesis with that 6-button controller that had fatalities. They had a great Street Fighter, but I want a Street Fighter Champion Edition Turbo. I had that on Genesis. I never wanted to look at any console and say, I got this. No, you got that. That never was my thing. But I've always had a preference. Dreamcast, one of my favorite systems. Saturn's one of my favorite systems. Super Nintendo's one of my favorite systems. The classics that dropped on those consoles alone, was absolutely amazing. I was one of those dummies to buy the Neo Geo system with cartridges, $350 a pop. That lasted like 5 minutes. That was way too much money. 3DO, I had all that. But the thing about Xbox that got me into it was something that no one had that I already had. 5.1 gaming.
5.1.
I had a receiver that did 5.1. So of course I wanted to hear certain things coming from certain speakers because I'm a tech dude. Right now, I got a surround sound system like 17 grand. This is what I do. So that's what pulled me into Microsoft ecosystem. They also went Ethernet when everybody was doing DSL dial-up. I was the first person on my block with broadband at the time, which was only 10 megabits down, 2 megabits up. I was a beta tester for Xbox Live 6 months before it came out. Shout out to my boy Megatron because we had those stories too. Because you had to have a certain speed. So the technology with the OG Xbox is what put me into the ecosystem. And then Halo dropped.
Yeah.
Multiplayer in my house. That's what I was known for. 4-player split screen. Then they came out with something called Xbox Connect, where you had to have a great internet connection for that time and a great router. I had a Linksys, right? At the time, it was like $90. Every other router was like $20. It was a high-end router. So we was playing Xbox Connect, doing a LAN party over the internet. Everybody at my house again, because now we playing 4-player split screen against 3 other Xboxes. You know what I'm saying? And we had we played in game battles.
It sounds fun. Give me your address. I'll get there right now. It sounds fun.
Listen, I grew into I'm a real tech dude. Like my first PC, shout out to my boy 6Layer, was a high-end PC. So I knew the bells and the whistles, but I broke my back to get these things. I wouldn't buy sneakers. I buy trucks, but I'll sit on the truck for 10 years before I buy another car. You know what I'm saying? Technology is my thing. It's really what motivates me. And Microsoft with the OG Xbox put me in that realm where I was comfortable. And the TVs I bought, the monitors I had, I could take advantage of them with this hardware. And that's what put me in that realm. Yes, I had a PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and now PS5. But Sony never took me to that technical side.
Okay.
Whereas Microsoft was pushing the envelope with the Xbox One X. Yep. I was like, I'm going to get that. I got the 4K TV. Even with the new Series X, I'm debating, what the hell am I going to do? I need a TV I don't want no C10. I don't want no OLED. I don't do burning. So I spent the extra money and got an 8K TV that do everything OLED do.
You got the Nano 99, right, haven't you?
I got the 99. That's right.
Yeah, I've looked it up. I'm thinking, need
Yeah,
to get myself
I don't
that
know.
bitch.
You can see my unboxing on that TV on my
Yeah.
channel. I was dancing and everything, but not that everybody has that, but that's what I push for. Other people got other habits. You know what I'm saying? They buying $5,000 statues, or you buying $30,000 rims for your car. No, my thing is electronics, and I like to push that envelope. And Microsoft has always pushed the envelope, always for technology. I remember when they went and said, "Yeah, we're gonna have voice chat online with the OG Xbox, and we're gonna have 5.1 gaming." And the president of Sony at the time said, "Yeah, if y'all come out with a system like that, I'll eat my underwears." I'm like, somebody get this dude some A1. Get him some steak sauce, because he need to be. That's what made me get into them. And then I played a game that, and this is another thing. Microsoft don't get a lot of credit. First of all, they created the voice chat on the Dreamcast. They was able to put Quake on that system. We could play against PC guys on Dreamcast. That was all Microsoft.
I never did multiplayer on Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast, never played multiplayer on it.
Windows CE is the reason that happened on Dreamcast. Yeah. And this is what's crazy. So with all that being said, they innovated the business. They created party chats. They created chats across games. Then they created where you could be playing one game, I could be playing one game, we still could be in the same party chat. They did all that.
Cool. That's cool.
And that's just the facts. But the technology behind Microsoft and their Windows platform is what drew me into the Xbox ecosystem, because my PlayStation 1 and 2, they had some banging games. The Tekkens, the Toshindens,
absolutely.
The Game Day. I mean, I remember when I first saw Game Day, and then I saw another game that was definitely over the market was 2K football and 2K basketball. That at that time, those animations, nobody saw nothing like that. But the technical aspect from Microsoft is what drew me to them. This is the first generation I bought a PlayStation that's finally caught up, not terms of power, just terms of just give me 5.1, give me 4K 60. Now you could do 120. Well, I don't have to say, well, if I buy a game on Xbox, it's going to completely destroy the PlayStation version. Yeah, this is the first generation, because on 360, the so-called cell processor was supposed to be the best thing in the world, and 360 was stomping fire out of it. You know what I'm saying? But they always push the boundaries. They're doing it this generation, man, and that's always been the thing for me, man. That's always been the thing, the technology side, and it's good to be a gamer today. It really is.
It really is. It really is. And
no. I'm taking over.
What are you taking over? So I was going to offer the same question to Paul, because Paul's not said anything for at least
I
a
got
while.
one more question for Lemon. I'm interested.
Go on,
Eat more candy.
Jeez. Eat more candy. More candy? Do you want more candy?
Do you know what?
I love the fact. I love the fact that the host has said, "No, I'm taking over. I'm taking over." Yes,
yo, did you see the candy has its own seat though?
Yeah.
Not that it's just next; it has its own seat on the couch. That's what I respect that.
Yeah, it's got.
We know who you love. We know who you love. Not
sorry,
Flamish.
It's your show. You go for it.
No. So what I first want to say, when you look at what Xbox is doing and PlayStation is staying like the old ways, right? How they do it now. Like I see a lot of people like going over to Xbox in the end of the generation. Just Xbox is probably gonna take over completely at this point, right? But I do have an entirely different question for you, Lemon, just because I'm interested. I know you love tech. You just told me, right? What do you think of the new Microsoft Mesh that they have videos about, that they announced last week?
I think it's a great thing, but I'm gonna tell you what's the problem with it. Financially, that's an ecosystem people can't jump into. That's an expensive habit. They trying to mesh together.
How much?
It's
is
expensive.
It?
That augmented headset is like $4,000.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not a jump in. That's not a jump in.
That's not a jump in, homie.
What? I thought it was
Yeah.
like 400,
Yeah.
maybe like VR headset.
Nah. But they have VR headsets. They're trying to implement the Windows headsets VR, which you can get for $299, and try to make it do the same thing. But it's so early in production right now. The mesh, as they want to call it, that's basically blending them together, is very early. But if you want them augmented headsets where you can look at your wall and see enemies coming out, it's $4,000. That's that's as much as my AK TV. That's not working for the average person. That's just not feasible.
That's
but
for companies, basically.
right. And developers, but it is ahead of its time. I thought it was awesome. I think it was awesome, but I'm not buying that because that don't even make sense. Like you got it's not many developers making games. They're doing all stuff like architectural buildings and going into the buildings and doing everybody look like Tony Stark. I get it. But I'm not Tony Stark. I'm Tony Lemon. And I cannot, if it ain't no game, I don't want to talk about, I see a 3D shark coming out of my wall. You could go pow, pow and shoot it. Or whatever you're doing. They're not making, it's not really gamer orientated and it's not user friendly. And it's damn sure not financially feasible. It's really not. But it's a good thing. And maybe 10 years down the line, it'd be $299 for all of it. But right now, it's just too much money. But it's an excellent technology. Excellent. And they're using it right now to look at people's brains. They're doing operations with it. So big hospitals and corporations are investing in that platform, but that's really not for the consumer.
This is the one for the consumer. This is the one that you need to get. The Oculus Quest 2.
I got that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't try to show off. I got that.
I'm not showing off. I'm just saying it's a good headset. Come on.
Yeah, don't make me go in a room because mine look like a whole stereo system. I got big headphones and everything attached. I got that. I'm only teaching Flamish.
The original strap is not good. It hurts my forehead.
Yeah, the original strap is terrible. I put the Vive strap on there with the speakers. That's what I did.
That's actually not a bad idea.
No, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, you need to. We need to talk about it after the show, maybe if you got the time. Okay, so Animated Devil, you can continue.
Can I? Thank you. So, I've asked all the question except Paul, and Paul's been quiet for a little while. You look a little bit tired, sir. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, is it my turn? Okay, good.
So, the question was that I sent back from Dead and Flamish and the Lemon, because he needs to be called the Lemon, not just the Lemon.
Look, Flamish.
Yeah, there he goes.
See, got the speakers built in.
Oh,
Were you?
You can plug an amp up to him. I got a special amp to plug it to him to amplify the headphones. Yeah.
nice.
How do you how do you do this? The side stuff, because it's like
I will show you. I can't educate you. We got a podcast to do. I just wanted to show you. I got you.
Take too long to build it.
Oh,
No. It takes like
I
2
have
minutes, but
so many questions about them things, but not for now. I'm in the middle of a
facts.
question of Paul.
can definitely
I
link
do,
up.
and I've got so many questions and things that I can suggest that and ideas that something's coming with them. Never mind.
Listen, when the podcast is over, we can stay in the chat. I got you.
go with it.
No, I have to. Do you know what? I've asked you all the same question. I'm going to ask it for Paul first.
Facts.
Then we can go to VR. Okay? Calm down, Flamish. We'll get there. Never mind.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? It's been so long.
The question I asked both Back from the Dead and Lemon was, were you because you're an old gamer just like I am. I mean, I started gaming in 1987, I think, with the Atari 800 XL, but that's by the by. Were you a Sega or a Nintendo guy? Yeah, because what I said was, usually Sega guys have come to the Xbox.
Right.
And Nintendo guys, because of the Japanese IPs, have gone to PlayStation. Which one were you back in the day, Sega or Nintendo, and what brought you to Xbox?
For you, that's back in
That's
the
the
day.
question.
For me, that's back in the middle of my gaming life. I mean,
All
by
right,
the time
all right, mouth. Yeah, please elaborate.
Parts of my history mirror Lemon's. Because I old enough to know Pong and the Atari 2600 in the mid 70s, you know. But by the time the console started coming out, I was already a PC gamer. So but then I got a Nintendo. Nintendo was what got me first. I played on all the other systems, so I pretty much have played on everything that Lemon has owned. And sorry, I had to looking at the chat. But because I was a PC guy, as stuff started to cross over into the Xbox, I went from the Nintendo to the Xbox because I was already using Windows. I was already playing some of those titles on PC, so I was drawn to Microsoft that way, you know. So I had the OG Xbox and did all the same stuff. Either hooked it up with back in the day. I had DSL first, you know, which was great until somebody called you and had call waiting, or somebody else picked up the line. You know,
that's a fact.
That's like you'd be in the middle of a game, you're doing good, and of course the other one was I had a friend. True story. We're playing StarCraft. This guy tells me, "Oh, I can kick your ass at StarCraft anytime. I'll beat the crap out of you. I'm so good at that game." So we're playing StarCraft one morning, and all of a sudden he realizes that I have surrounded his base with all my big ass ships, and all of a sudden, and I said, "Just say when," and all of a sudden he disconnects, and then he calls back and he goes, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I don't know why it dropped." I know why it dropped, you asshole. I don't know, because you didn't want to lose that game that bad. So the good old days of computer gaming with DSL, yes, don't miss it. But then I actually did have a PS3 at one point, but the only reason I got the PS3 was for the Blu-ray player, because I had the HD DVD, which I still think was a good piece of technology for the Xbox 360.
It was best. It was the best.
Yeah. But when they kind of lost that fight, I'm like, okay, I'm still going to want high definition. So at the time, the best bang for your buck for a good Blu-ray player was the PS3. The whole time I owned that game, I only ever bought like 4 games for the thing. I was never that interested in much of what Sony had to offer, because a lot of them are platformers and things like that I'm not good at. So why am I going to invest in a system that I can't play but a very minor percentage of the games? As good as they look, you know, I have nothing against PlayStation. I don't get into all the wars crap. I don't care. I am like Lemon in the fact that I am technology driven. I do a lot of research on why, when I say, well, this is why this is better than this, I can actually go into why. It's not just because, oh, you're just a Microsoft, fanboy. No, I understand the technology. And I don't care what they say. They're not going to beat what's going on now. Once the programmers and everybody get used to the new technology, and be like, oh crap, this is going to be kicking ass. And we're already starting to see that this early on. So I never try to come from a fanboy experience, and I never try to talk down to people. But if they want to go that route, I'll shut them down, or I'll just flat out ignore them, because when they stop talking facts and just start talking, well, Xbox has no games, or Xbox has no first party games. You know what? That doesn't affect me. I've got a back catalog so big that I don't care where those games came from. I still want to play them. Be it first party, third party, 15th party, don't care. If it's a good game, I want to play it, I'm going to play it.
Facts.
All this talk about Halo needs to be good or Xbox is in trouble. Now, they'll survive. I think it'll be good, but I don't think there is, all this. I've said it before in other podcasts, and I may be the only one who thinks this. I don't think exclusive drive sales as much as they used to 13 years ago. because we all have our platforms of choice. You know, most gamers have their platforms of choice. Nobody's going to jump out and say, "Oh, I really got to have that game. I really got to spend that $600 to get that game," anymore like they used to. You know.
Well, to answer your question, oh my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
To answer your question, as a straight evil, I went from Sega to Microsoft, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sega went bankrupt because they were so advanced. They just kept bringing out hardware. Dreamcast, 32X, Sega CD. Remember all those add-ins? That's what finished them.
Yeah.
Sega Saturn, Awesome Machine. Dreamcast is the I remember when I went and bought my Sega Saturn. I was importing heavily. I'm a dude that had 2 PlayStations, 2 Saturns, one gray, one black, both gray PlayStations, and I would beat Octolad 1 and 2. But technology driven, Sega was ahead of everyone in terms of controllers. They was the first controller to have an analog stick. Remember Knights?
Yeah.
That was the first analog stick.
Wow.
That's crazy. They was always technology driven. So I went from Sega to really, especially after Dreamcast, I went Xbox because, like I said, with the 5.1 gaming, it was just absolutely like a digital signal. It's like if you had cable back in the days with WHT or anybody back then, and then I went out there and bought DirecTV because it had an S video input. That was the first digital input, which was video only. People don't even understand how HDMI came along, where they combined digital signals with digital sound. But the first digital signal for cable was DirecTV. So I've always been technology driven, and seeing the Xbox, man, I was like, damn. And I had a high-end PC, and my thing with PC is I hate keyboard and mouse. Like I said, I have big hands. I can't play those games. My hands cramp. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, but I did play the hell out of the whole Command and Conquer series.
Mm-hmm. Of that,
you know what I'm saying? StarCraft.
Red Alert was my favorite.
I had a PC to run those games. Even now, I got a super high-end PC. I just redid my PC. Only thing I need is my 3080. I'm not buying a 3090 for extra 4 frames. But I'm technology driven. So I went from Sega to Xbox because I had the 32X. I had the Sega CD. I used to play those games. What was that game? Night something. Where it had like video and you had to make decisions.
Oh, I don't know the name of that either.
It was Night something. It was like a real version of Dragon's Lair. You know what I'm saying? Where the killer was trying to kill people without. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. One of my favorite systems technology-wise, and this is why Nintendo stopped doing Power, is when I had my GameCube. Everybody had a purple GameCube, and then I went out and bought the Panasonic GameCube for $800. That was
wow.
That had all the inputs, the jacks, and I was like, yo, it was like it plays the game the same. I said, but I got everything to go with this. Like, so I went out there and imported that because it never came to the States. And it was made by Panasonic. So technology always drives me, man. I love the next best thing. So yeah, I went from Sega to Xbox because they was pushing the envelope, even in terms of internet. Like I never had DSL because we didn't have it in my area, but we had broadband, so that's why I never had DSL. But you know that war ended real quick. You know what I'm saying? That was a war too. And I had and this is what I tell people about the history about PlayStation. PlayStation always shoot themselves in the foot. They had a $1,200 Blu-ray player on the market. Then they sliced the market and brought out a PlayStation for $600 that played Blu-rays.
Yeah. So
I had the PlayStation 3 for the Blu-rays, and I had the HD DVD extension to the Xbox.
Yeah.
And
same here.
The reason HDVD was inexpensive, they still use the VC format to code the movies on Blu-ray today. It was a better format. The only reason they lost that battle is because Warner Brothers said, okay, we going Blu-ray. And that was it.
Yep.
Just like back in the days of VHS and Beta, this showing my age, where the porn industry
the porn industry drove that
changed the game. We're not doing Beta, we going VHS. Everybody said, I can't get porn on Beta. No, and Beta is still used today. And every news station broadcast, it can hold 5.1 sound today. But porn said, no, we're going VHS because it's bigger. Nothing technical behind that decision. It's bigger. And game was over for Beta.
You know, in porn, bigger is better. So I guess.
Porn now.
Okay, let's stop porn.
No.
This is not the channel.
Okay.
So it's not about the porn. It's about the technology behind what happened. It's about the experience, and that's what happened. That's just history.
I know, Dragon. Just imagine that one guy just coming in, just talking about porn.
He was like, "Wait a minute! I thought it was a Flamish experience, not the flamingo."
But going back to being technology with PCs, I'm actually a PC tech. I build my own machines for the most part.
Me too.
I remember keeping up with the technology of gaming when Splinter Cell came out. It was like, it'll do all this great sound and all this great graphics. So guess what I upgraded my, my sound card and my graphics card so I could do for one game, Splinter Cell. I spent, $500-$600 at the time.
What you had, Creative Labs?
Yes.
Remember that?
Top of the line Creative Labs Sound Blaster, baby.
Right, Sound Blasters was on fleek. Facts.
Yeah, they are still the model that everybody uses today.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the sound card was you remember Voodoo?
Mm-hmm.
Voodoo sound card. Those things were fire.
I have to say that my switch from PlayStation to Xbox was due to one game and one game only.
Leisure Suit Larry. Oh, no.
Yes, that's it. That's the story over. No, so I was always a PlayStation. I wasn't always a PlayStation guy, but I had PS1, PS2, I had the Dreamcast. I favoured PlayStation, and then a friend of mine moved in with me. A couple of young guys sharing a house. He said, "Look, I've brought the Xbox." So I thought, yeah, let's plug this Xbox in. Let's see what it is. So we sat down. He said, "Just look, play this game. Have a look. See what you think." And I am a massive third over the shoulder sort of
Max Payne style
gamer. Yeah, Max Payne. I love Max Payne, that kind of stuff. Over the shoulder sort of third party kind of going on. He said, "Do me a favor." He said, "Play this game." And even then, it was the Xbox OG. I put the controller in my hand. I thought, "What the fuck's this? This is horrible." And he said, "Look, you're going to love this game." And I played Full Spectrum Warrior.
Oh.
Yes. And after that, my PlayStation just went in the cupboard. Fuck, no. That's it.
In the cupboard.
Seriously, that was the game that converted me to Xbox. I played Full Spectrum Warrior. I completed it on the OG Xbox. It's like, wow, this is just fucking amazing. What an amazing game that was. Back in the day.
Yeah, it was advanced for its time.
And then it really was. It just resonated with me. And now I've been a member of Xbox Live for 15 years. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I've had the same game. I've had the same username. Well, I've changed username a couple of times, but I've had the same account for 15 years now.
Not me.
It was that one game, Full Spectrum Warrior, on the original Xbox, that just went, fuck, this is brilliant.
Yeah, the controller was actually another driving point for me.
It was a simple story.
Facts.
It's a simple
with
story.
With my big ass hands, the PlayStation controller with the sticks in line, just no. It never felt comfortable. I could hold an Xbox controller for hours. PlayStation, no. Didn't happen.
people don't understand the history of PC back in the days. They used to have all these Logitech controllers, all this stuff, and you really couldn't adapt the buttons to the game.
Right.
That's why I was doing the 360. When the Xbox controller became the default controller, it made PC gaming better for me because there's 2 games, well, there's 3 games that Xbox also put on the market that console gamers never had: Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, and Call of Duty. All 3 of those games are AAA titles now. There wasn't AAA titles on PC. Yeah. Rainbow Six, you couldn't see your character. You only seen a reticle and a small little dot on your screen. The same thing with Ghost Recon. Yeah. And Call of Duty's never been on a console until it hit the Xbox. It was a 4-on-4 deathmatch. But they went on those consoles, and now look at them today. Rainbow Six Siege.
Are you telling me
40 million people?
Are you telling me Rainbow Six Siege was first a top-down game?
Yeah. No, it was on
not
PC
Siege,
only.
Rainbow Six.
I played the original Rainbow Six Siege on PC, and that was your character. Like you didn't see your character, but you saw
you didn't see. You saw a reticle. And I remember the second Ghost Recon that came out. That was the first game I seen that you can go inside a building and shoot out a window.
Then there was a second one that I played.
That was the second one. Yeah. And you know, that shows my age. And you know, and 108 Dragons TV, my YouTube site didn't come from my YouTube site. My 108 Dragons TV is my clan that we had from way 18 plus years ago. You know, this should be 19 years I've been down with Xbox, but we had a clan from then.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I'm an original. 6 months. Yeah. I told you 6 before it even came out. But it's like, when I saw that game and I told my clan, I said, "Yo, there's a game we need to play that's on PC, but it's on Xbox." They was like, "What?" And then I remember we had these battles shooting in the mountains, and you had to, like, you know, everybody got a sniper, we got this, but we had a controller. Nobody had to have a keyboard and mouse. Right. It made it so much more fun. And like I said, being a PC gamer, I would play the RTSs. I'm a big RTS fan, stuff like that. Shout out to that game coming out Tuesday, the Mafia game. Been waiting for that for 2-3 years. But
I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that.
Yo,
I've never done RTS. I've tried. Well, I've tried RTS, but I don't think it's my thing.
Start off with Gears. Start off with the Gears one. It's simple.
I know.
To the point. Not a lot of micromanaging.
I would start with Age of Empires.
That's hard.
That's a little heavy. That's a little heavy.
That's a little to go lighter, like something that's going to get you involved. You picked one of the hardest games to micromanage.
Yeah.
Lemon, we have discussed
commodities
this in a party before. You're
right. But
I'm gonna ignore Flamish.
Let's drop the ball completely. I do want to know about that VR Dragons TV, so don't run away. But we're at the 2-hour mark, somewhat. So I am gonna somewhat go to outros.
All right.
We can talk about this next week. No problem.
To be continued.
To be continued.
All right, I got you.
Okay. Cool. So, guys, it was fun having you all, of course. Back from the dead. It was fun. See you for the first time on the podcast.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be the first one to have you. Please tell them where they can find you, so I can put that also in the description.
You can find me at Back from the Dead 1 on Twitter, Back from the Dead 1 on Twitch, and Back from Dead 1 on Xbox Live and PlayStation.
Nice. And what do you stream?
Whatever I'm playing at the time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put that in the description below after the show as well, so people can find you over there. Also, Lemon or 108 Dragons TV. Welcome, welcome. Where can people find you?
Welcome, dude. Welcome.
Look, y'all. Yeah. The beer and cherries is getting to them.
Yeah.
2 hours
and
ago.
cherries.
Come on. one bottle of a whole 2 hour. Come on. Take it.
Listen, you can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, and every Saturday on 108 Dragons TV. I just started my podcast, and like I said, I've been getting a lot of love, and I appreciate everybody who's been showing up. And yeah, man, it's always a pleasure to be here on the Flamish Experience. And shout out to my man Animated Evil coming through, holding down them questions. Appreciate you. And I'll always have a good time. Anytime I do a podcast, man, I just try to give people knowledge and the backstory on anything technology, anything gaming. And yeah, that's what we do at 108, baby. You know, glad y'all had me. Appreciate y'all for even inviting me, man. Very humbling. Appreciate y'all.
I'd love to have you every time, man. It's very fun with you. Always giving that information all the time. So, Paul.
Yo.
So, my esteemed panel member, of course. One of them. Yeah, where can people find you?
You can find me at Cerebral Paul 1 on Twitter, Cerebral Paul on Twitch, and Cerebral Paul 921. I hate the fact that I had to add numbers to that for Xbox, but on Xbox. And you can find me every Wednesday on Midweek Gaming on the Subcast. And you can find me here every Sunday. And I also stream on my channel. And like Back from the Dead down there, I'm basically a variety streamer. Whatever I'm playing that I think is stream worthy, I will throw up there and have a lot of fun. I like it when people just jump in my chat and start talking to me, and I'll talk back and be a smartass. I enjoy. I even like to stream my golf games with 108 Dragon up here. You know.
Facts.
We get a little loud and boisterous, and we get to hear about his love for big butts.
I still need to join one of those. I still need to join one of those.
Yeah. Yes, you do. You need to join us.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
you know,
Enemy Devil, hold on. Maybe you should let off that game for now, that scary game, Prey, and we'll jump into a golf game after this.
Are you up for a round of golf there, Lemon?
Nah, I gotta take my girlfriend her jewelry. She left it here the other night, so I gotta take it to her. So, but I'll come back. I'll be back.
Yeah, but don't run away yet. I need you for the.
No, I got you.
Anyway, Devil.
Yes, hello. Thank you. Yeah, this has been an absolute pleasure. Back from the Dead. Wow. Did you know what I mean? The first time you've been on a podcast. Awesome, dude. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence, because you know you're a good dude in the community. If nobody knows who he is, just follow him. He's a great guy. He really is. As well as
thanks.
108 Dragons TV,
Appreciate
Lemon, and other awesome dude in the community. Thank you, brother.
That.
Big love. Cerebral Paul.
Yo.
Please follow Cerebral Paul. Please follow Flamish. Ignore me, I'm no one. You can find me.
So that was the show, guys.
You're making fun of my hair, Dragon Wolf. You jealous?
Yeah. You know what? These guys are awesome. Tonight's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you for the chat. It's been, really good.
Thanks.
Except for Dragon Wolf. Don't like Dragon Wolf. He's
remember, I shaved my head.
Me and Dragon Wolf have got a thing going on right now that we don't like each other.
Cerebral, what you gotta say is you better hope you have all this hair when you get my age.
That's it exactly.
This is true.
Better hope you got
54 years old, bitches. 54 years old.
Right.
You can find me at animated_evil on Twitter. Animated Evil 857 on Xbox, and I am here every Sunday with the Flamish Experience. I am Wednesday with the Midweek Gaming, and there's something coming Tuesday. Keep your eyes peeled.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Tuesdays is OnlyFans.
Flamish.
So.
Yeah.
Flamish
Where can we find you, dude?
Store, stealing all the kids from the candies because he loves candy. No.
That's right. So, where can we find Flamish, and what are you doing, and what's coming next, sir?
So, of course,
His insulin shot is coming next. That's what's coming.
after
Oh,
this, I'm
good.
probably gonna stop. I'm gonna eat some chips maybe, but not real candy probably anymore. Just a
Eat
little
some
bit.
damn vegetables.
I eat much vegetable. I love vegetables.
All
Like
right,
Brussels
all right.
sprouts
Mhm.
and some broccoli and cauliflower and
As long as it's covered in sugar, you're happy.
I was
yeah?
gonna say.
Plenty of dressing all
All
over
ain't
it.
no good.
no. Okay, so you can find me here on the Flamish Experience, of course. There are big changes coming. Not gonna tell you more yet. But there are some stuff that is going to happen to the channel and to other stuff with the channel. So we'll talk
I
about
know
that.
what
So
he's
is
talking
this
about.
where I say goodbye to everybody? I guess you'll
I know
never
what
be
he's
seeing me
talking about.
again,
It's
yeah.
interesting. Honestly, it's going to be good.
Just shush. But no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be soon. At a later point, I will talk about it on the channel. But for now, you can just find me over here. You can find me on 4 Guys with Quarters with some interviews, reviews. If we ever do a review again, of course. And some news shows, if that ever happens again, of course. With the clowns, always a shout out to Italian clowns on 4 Guys with Quarters. He's amazing.
Yeah, I'll
He
second
does-
that. I'll second that. He's the
Mhm.
godfather of respect.
Yes. That's why he's
He's
Italian.
he's an awesome dude.
No.
And
he's,
before we sign off, I got something to say real quick.
Yeah.
For anybody, I will be getting these new Microsoft headphones. If you would like to see an honest review, I will be doing a hardware review on those new Microsoft headphones this week. So stay tuned
Yeah,
with that.
I've been waiting for you to do that because I want.
Yeah, no, I gotta get them, but but they should be here on the 16th. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Maybe you could talk about it next week on the show.
Oh, we could do that too. We could drop that.
Yeah.
But I want to give people an honest review because some of these dudes be not giving the honest review. They just say what they think they should say,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you the truth.
So,
So people spend their money wisely.
Yeah,
What were
I'm
you-
looking
what-
forward to picking those
what were
up
you
on
saying,
Tuesday.
Flamish? Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's it. There's a show, of course, for today. I will see you all next week with, of course, my panel and guests. And we'll talk about all the random stuff, and we'll have it as fun as we had today, of course. Maybe even more fun. You never know, because it's the Flemish Experience. Most random show on Earth. So I'll see you all next week. And like I always say at the end of the show, stay positive and be happy.
Yeah.
I'll see
See
you.
how I had to think about that? You see,
Love
his eyes
you,
going.
love you
what do I
guys.
say?
Cheers.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
the chat,
chat.
y'all.
Thank you for
Yeah,
hanging
have
out
a
in the
great
chat,
day.
guys.